stages.
Yeah, but you're going to try and change that today, especially if you know West are going to chase first win of the season.
Free throw won't go. Maddie Norris gives it to Garland. She's got all the room in the world. She goes with the left, uses the glass well. And in a West defense, they're off the missed free throw. Really not where it should be on that occasion. Flynn, guarded by Nicholson. And White just messing things up there for Wright-Ponder. Noosa's now manages to get the pass. Sends Haynes one way then the other. And Abby O'Flynn almost gets the steal, gets a hand in there. So 12 on the shot clock. And Garland to inbound it. Nicholson for three, and buries it.
Can't let her get the radar in early if they're in the West.
Shooting in excess of 40% from three-point range this season, 45% from three-point range. Desmond Haynes looking to get it into Wright-Ponder, but it's off target, and Liv White racking up the steals early. Another mid-ranger for Manousis, drops it in again. It's an early 11-2 lead for the Sharks. O'Flynn looking for an option. It's great defense from the Sharks, though. Turnbull back to O'Flynn. Garland almost gets in there. Haynes this time pulls up. Maddie Norris with the block, and that'll be last off Liv White. Battle between Olivia White and LaShayla Wright-Ponder. Really heating up early. So it'll be Haynes coming out of the contest, and Jade Yeoman's checking in. 16 on the shot clock, so we'll get a quick reset here. Wright-Ponder now. Back to Perich. Turns one way, then the other. Over Norris. Will shot go, it won't. Yeoman's rebound. Finds Turnbull for three. It's well off. Nicholson coming the other way. Looking for an option. It's going to be Maddie Norris. Takes a dribble, steps back, buries the three. Very intelligent work there from Maddie Norris. Recognised she had the time to get the foot behind the line. Turned the two into a three.
And giving the Sharks a double-digit lead early. And yet another steal for Sutherland. Canisius pushing the pace.
So those passes inside, or just getting the ball inside in general, tough for the Bulls early. Can Garland get a hand on that? Will come out to the Sharks eventually. Everyone kind of looked at it, and eventually Panusa said, fine, I'll grab it. Gives it off to Nicholson. Defended well here. Ponder into Liv White. She's got the size and the strength advantage. And O'Flynn thinks better of fouling in a situation where she would have been likely to give up the and one.
Yep.
Here is O'Flynn. It's a screen. Fires it into Perich. Doesn't drop. Here comes Emily Garland. Putting in a massive shift. This is her fourth game of the weekend. Nicholson now, it's waiting for things to develop off the ball. She pulls up for the long two. Catches the front of the iron. And that pass.
Another turnover for the Inner West. As we see some subs.
So it's going to be Lauren Calver checking in for Emily Garland. Calver, one of 3 Illawarra products on the Sharks roster, alongside Audra Pasikanis and Georgia Jenner. And Calvin now immediately with possession. Fires it off to Nicholson. Again, O'Flynn providing the pressure. Nicholson will go left. And the Bulls' tall timber doing the job this time. O'Flynn fires it into Perich, and that's wide open, and Perich drops it home this time. Panusis just clearing Calvary out so White can get some position. Here goes Panusis. Fires back to Norris with pick and pop. Buries it again, Maddie Norris. That's too early for her.
A lot of dropping or going under the screens here for Inner West and paying the price early for it.
And there'll be an offensive foul there. That'll be on Perich for an illegal screen. So Maddie Norris did not have a point yesterday against Manly, despite being a noted three-point shooter, but she's come into this game. Knocked down 2, making up for what happened yesterday.
Yeah, making sure everyone knows that she can still shoot the 3.
Right.
Even though everyone was watching Vanessa do it yesterday.
Yeah, Norris setting off the block. Instead it comes from Panusis to Nicholson, and Calver setting the screen. Nicholson goes left. Now Calver spins on Yeomans, goes up.
One too many steps, that one.
Just the spin, got caught up with the spin move, put the foot down again, and I think Wright-Ponder thought she was being called for the foul there, but will be Inner West ball. Georgia Sturton now, the former Gonzaga guard, into the contest. Flynn now, trying to get it in, does get it into Wright-Ponder. Norris riding the defense, and it is good defense. Great pass. Can Calvert do something with it? She can. Great finish. Used the angle really well, and it was a tough finish. Rita Tahira just standing in Yeoman's way. She's not afraid of a little contact round Tahira.
We see more of the pesky on-ball defense from Sutherland.
Perich now. Back out to O'Flynn. Nicholson won't let her get a shot away. Yeomans. Will there be a foul in there? It will. It'll go on Calver. Will be Friesen coming in for her first minutes of the afternoon, replacing LaShayla Wright-Ponder. So Perich, mid-ranger, it's long, and Nicholson just beats Friesen to the rebound. Norris pulling up, this would be another 3 for her, and she buries it again! Well, when the Sharks have got 3 three-point shooters in this kind of form, there's so many options available to them. There's a lot going on in there, and that'll be an offensive foul on Friesen, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it will. Fighting hard with Norris in the paint. Kleinen coming in, Hannah Kleinen coming in for Maddie Norris, so different type of player coming in. Kleinen much more of a post presence than Norris is.
Yeah, but I feel like Sutherland will be using her as, well,
and this time,
that's an offensive foul.
This time Friesen wins the battle with Kleinen. So call it 1-1.
Saying Sutherland bring Kleinen in maybe for some size down low with Friesen down there just to match up. Try and use the post to facilitate a little bit more.
Looks like that foul was actually on Rita Tahira, judging by Helen Rosenberg's hand signals. There's definitely a lot going on down there. Friesen now into Yeomans. It'll be a tough finish if she gets it, and she does. Noosis now. Into Kleinen, guarded by Friesen. Looking for a pass. It's not there. Out to Panusis. Buries it. The Sharks absolutely on fire from deep to start this game. It's now 27-6. Friesen, if she take on Kleinen, she will. Fires it back out to Yeomans. That's off. Will there be a rebound? Oh, it's rebounded by the referee with the spectacular pink hair, Eli Newman. So the Sharks will come the other way with it. This is out to Nicholson. She's wide open. Buries the three. You can't give Nicholson half that much room.
Oh. Well, when she's thinking about shooting with the defender's hand in her face, giving her half a court to line it up is not a good idea.
No. As looks as though the other two Illawarra players for the Sharks are set to come in as Sturton. Great little pass. And Abby O'Flynn just drops it home. Georgia Sturton, of course, a Gonzaga product, and Lauren Nicholson, St. Mary's. They had a couple of battles at the college level. Going to Hira, taking on Yeomans, spinning one way, stepping through, shot won't go, freezing the rebound. Oh, Nicholson, hand straight in there. Thinks about just pulling up from the three. Instead, Panousis will have a go, and she buries that.
That is some hot shooting to start the game for Sutherland. Going 6 of 7 from 3 now.
Well, that's...
Or 7 of 8, I should say, my bad.
That's continuing the form from up on the northern beaches yesterday. And Kleinen gets a hand in there on that pass. Nicholson fires it to Calver. She drops it home. Last few weeks, Lauren Calver has been the outlet every chance she's got.
Yeah,
She's been running the court really well. Had that double-double a couple of weeks ago as well. So, Sturton taking on Panousis. Looking for an option. Gets it. So Flynn for three. That's off. Rebound Parrish. She has... Oh, misses the bunny. I thought I was going to say the easiest of putbacks, but
yeah,
a bit too much on it. So it's going to be Pasikanis and Jenna entering the game for Nicholson and Calver. And Stephanie Kramer into the game for the Bulls, and Shona O'Connell-Shea. As we wrap up the final 30 seconds of the quarter. And Abby O'Flynn again getting a hand in there, just can't get the steal. That is her modus operandi, Abby O'Flynn. Loves to disrupt the offense, getting a hand in there. Panousis will go to Jenna though. And Pasikanis blocked by Friesen. Emphatically. Pasikanis can only laugh about the situation. And she will inbound the ball from the baseline. 11 on the shot clock. She's still laughing. Panousis, guarded by Kramer. Oh, step back. It's off. Yeomans with 10 on the game clock in the quarter. Shot clock off. Flies across to Kramer. Take on Jenna. Step back. And buries it to end the quarter. So, through one quarter, Sharks holding an emphatic 35-11 lead.
Yep, it's a big time lead for Sutherland. Exactly what they needed to get out to.
So through a quarter here at the Shark Tank. And it's the home side, Sutherland leading 35-11. And apart from the obvious statistic that is the scoreline, Jake, bit to glean from the numbers?
Yeah, Lockie, obviously Sutherland's straight up defense to go into that, to start the game, getting in the passing lane, playing a lot of pesty on ball, forcing 8 turnovers, only giving up 2 themselves. It's a great way to get out in transition, get some easy buckets as we saw as we get underway here in the second.
Pasakanis blows by O'Flynn, fires to Jenner in the corner, back out to Lauren McCaffrey into the game. That's well long. Can Pasakanis save it? She can, and will she hang on to it? She does. Friesen just knocks it out of bounds. That shot missed everything, so just 5 seconds on the shot clock now. McCaffrey, of course, didn't play yesterday against Manly, so she's back into the rotation today. And Pasakanis, can she find an option? She can. It's Jenner for 3, and she buries it. Well, Georgia Jenner's only been shooting 24% this season from three-point range, but I think everyone knows that it won't take much for her to get hot and start knocking down shots.
You know, the way this Sutherland team's shooting at the moment, I think everyone should probably take a three-point shot. We see some nice footwork, but missed shot there from Fraser. And a travel.
Grabbed her own rebound, but just doing a little too much on the second attempt. Canusa's Kramer guarding her. It's looked like Wright-Ponder to come back into the game in the next opportunity. Pasakanis thinks about the 3, instead fires it off to Panusas. Kleinen setting the screen, but that'll be a moving screen. Just a little late getting into position. That'll be Wright-Ponder coming into the game for Shona O'Connell-Shea. So for the first time, both of Inner West's imports into the contest, which I think they may need for the most of the remainder of the game. So Flynn gives it off to Wright-Ponder. Here's Friesen taking on Kleinen. Kleinen manages to corral it, and the foul will be on Yeomans. McCaffrey and Jenner now. Off to Panusas. Find Kleinen. No, she won't. Wait for Kleinen to set the screen. Kramer really doing a good job defensively. There's another 3, and it's short. And Bulls will come away with it. That pass is on target from O'Flynn and the Shayla Wright-Ponder. Drops it home. This is to Jenner now. Kleinen hands it off to Jenner. She'll go all the way, and the foul will be on Daphne Friesen, and Georgia Jenner will go to the line to shoot a couple. The Sharks. It's not a lineup we've seen a lot of this season, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, it's a lot shorter than what Sutherland normally run.
Definitely.
But when you have some of your taller players not available, I guess you got to go to the shorter lineup.
That's right. Of course, the Sharks, plenty of games coming, so if they can sit a couple of players that usually play big minutes, it'll be their advantage in coming weeks. There's Kramer now. Panusas denying the pass, instead she gives it off to Friesen. Trying to find O'Flynn. Eventually she comes. McCaffrey defends the shot well. Kleinen eventually picks it up. Panusas looking for an option. Comes to the form of McCaffrey, who'll go all the way to the basket and does everything but go. Friesen manages to clear some space. Great defense by Jenner, getting a hand up there on Yeoman's pass. She hang on to it. She find an option. She does. McCaffrey there. O'Flynn getting a hand in there. Not sure Panusas was fully wise to that ball coming her way.
Yeah.
But that's 3 or 4 deflections that Abby O'Flynn's got.
Yeah.
The Sharks will definitely...
She won't be that far away from a steal off of one of these.
That's right. I mean, should probably be the first thing in the scout when you're playing Inner West. Abby O'Flynn is going to jump passing lanes.
Yep.
Pasakanis Guarded by Perich. Gets a step on it, gets all the way through, and that'll be a foul. And it'll be Audra Pasakanis to shoot a couple at the line. That foul on O'Flynn. Just her first though. Pasakanis a 75% free throw shooter, which is actually well above Sutherland team average.
Yeah.
It's become almost a bit of a running theme. The split between Sutherland's top free throw shooters and the rest. Tasman Haynes can't get it away, and Pasakanis misses, gets her own putback. Right. This Liv White can't quite get it. No Flynn in transition, so the Sharks just falling asleep there a bit. Transition D. Oh, and that's picked off easily by Steph Kramer. And Tasman Haynes can't get it to go. Rebound will get over everyone. And Liv White, oh, she's more open than I think she's ever been in her life for that.
Yeah. Can't really give her more space than that.
She was in such open field, I thought she might reprise her rugby sevens form and try to touch down under the posts. So Emily Garland into the game, as is Lauren Nicholson, as Panousis and Pasakanis set a spell. It's going to be Wright-Ponder inbounding to Kramer. No Flynn, guarded by Garland. Kramer shooting the three, and it's off the back iron. Jenner, and just knock it away. And Liv White will push up court. Oh! Steph Kramer with the intercept. And that pass is a little too much mustard on it.
Bit of a mouthful that
Abby
one.
O'Flynn. Here's Garland into White. She's got two defenders on her. There has to be someone open. Here comes Georgia Jenner. It's blocked by Tasman Haynes. Liv White's right there to grab the loose ball. And Garland again doing work in the paint. And after all that, it's going to be Tasman Haynes coming away with it. Into Wright-Ponder. And she'll drop it home over Nicholson. Nicholson pushing the other way. McCaffrey now. A bit stagnant. And the Sharks get a hand back on the ball. It will be possession arrow favouring the Bulls.
We see a timeout from Sutherland.
Things just getting a little bit, it's just a little bit scrappy. I think obviously at this point there's nothing to be concerned about with the score line, but you just don't want to let things get
You don't want to get too far out of rhythm.
Exactly.
In terms of the game.
You want to keep playing your game. You know.
Yeah.
Don't things just a few long passes got picked off. It's getting a bit scrappy.
Been 4 turnovers aside so far in this quarter. Just under halfway through it.
Yeah, so I think that would be one of the main sticking points for Shelley Bates in this timeout is don't let them get all those steals or don't commit silly turnovers. You know they're going to get in and
don't have to throw the long ball if it's guarded.
Exactly. And we saw that enough in the youth league game. Although, to be fair, the Sharks came home with a wet sail in that. So, yeah, not aware, the Sharks did get up over Penrith in youth league. A crucial win for the Sharks in that one. Of course, the Sharks youth league men up at Orange last night, getting a big 30-point win. They moved to 15-0 in youth league 2 men. So we'll probably see them get an extra game here at the Shark Tank in the finals, the first round. As Steph Kramer now is off to Abby O'Flynn, who fires it to Perich. Stays on the perimeter with Kramer. Haynes now. Garland, Nicholson switches onto her. And Haynes just loses the handles, and Nicholson, like a thief in the night. It's Norris now back into the game, as is Calver. Nicholson shoot it, she won't. She will now. Oh no! And Maddie Norris shoots it from no more than about 6 feet there. All day I thought Nicholson's pulling up. She's going, oh, that was close from Tasman Haynes for the travel, but all's well that ends well, and here's Perich. Giving it back to Tasman Haynes. Nicholson again with a hand in. Knocks it only out of bounds though. So, Gabby Turnbull back into the game. Well, she's got plenty of experience here, the former Shark. Wright-Ponder now. Can't get it to go. Thought she had the move on White. Goes through contact again. Trying to initiate contact, but trying to move Olivia White is like trying to move a lighthouse.
it's a tough task.
Doesn't matter how big a ship you are, it's not moving. And this time she gets in front, gets the steal. Nicholson flies to Norris from the wing. It's long. Haynes trying to fire the pass into Wright-Ponder. She does this time. And it leaves it short though. Norris gets the rebound. And here comes Emily Garland. Calver, long two, drops. As the Sharks bring up the half century with still 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Abby Turnbull. That will be a travel as foot just slipped there. Garland now looking for a pass into White. Instead it's out to Calver. Nicholson in the corner. She won't shoot over Perich. But
She will shoot an open one though.
she will. It's well long. White with the rebound again. Will she go up? She will. Gets her own rebound for the third opportunity. It's off to Emily Garland, and Nicholson will shoot this again. Buries it this time. Offensive rebounds just killing Inner West on that possession.
Yeah, and gave Lauren Nicholson too many attempts to line that up.
100%. Just saying, I've got my hands out of it. She's got her hands in it now.
Now that she finally got the dribble, she can get away and get an easy layup there.
Flynn goes to use the screen from Ponder. It's out to Perich. Just a free throw line jump from Maya Perich. It's well long. Nicholson trying to find a teammate. It'll be in the form of Calver. Back into Norris. Will she turn around? Will. Plenty going on, and she does get the foul. She'll go to the line for two. As we see Rachel Kemp enter the contest. Maya Perich comes out, and Rihanna Tahira back in for Emily Garland. Maddie Norris, as we mentioned those high-level free throw shooters that Sutherland do have. She is one of 3 that shoot over 80% from the line. That is a pass fired from O'Flynn into
Good
Kemp.
fake pass from Kemp to get an easy layup there.
Calver to Tahira at the top. And O'Flynn, this time she does get the steal, knocks it off to Haynes. What will Haynes do? She's got to find a teammate. She does, and there'll be a foul in there. It'll be on Rihanna Tahira. We'll see Rachel Kemp make a trip to the line, so chance to rack up 4 early points for Kemp.
Yeah, quick impact.
Leaves the second one short. Ponder almost gets the rebound, but it was knocked out of bounds by the Sharks, so a chance for the Bulls to turn that missed free throw into 2 or 3 points here. We tick down towards the final minute of the first half. That is taken by Wright-Ponder. It's shots off though. A lot of traffic there. Nicholson for 3. It's long. Rebound Turnbull. Turnbull looking to go all the way. Plenty of players in there. How does
Saved by Lauren Nicholson.
How did Lauren Nicholson keep her feet in bounds there? And now she will run up court, fire it to Norris, and Norris cops it in the face from Gabby Turnbull. Well, Lauren Nicholson falling out of bounds, threw it back in and took off like a stabbed rat getting up court.
Managed to get back in the play and get a great look or great pass there for Norris, who unfortunately cops a hit over the head. And it may have affected her free throw shooting.
I think we'll give her a free pass if whack across the face and adjust to make the second. There's probably 2 or 3 more possessions left in this first half as Rachel Kemp looks to continue to make an impact. Wright-Ponder driving in. Tahira doing well. Defense. Calvert just looking for a ball handler and finds one in the shape of Lauren Nicholson. Nicholson turns to the corner and now takes off the ball. The pass into Norris. Inner West player is going to get it. And it will go to Turnbull and off to Haynes. She's trying to pass. She'll try to get through. Eventually it gets back to O'Flynn. Shot clock, or game clock down to a couple of seconds. And great finish from LaShayla Wright-Ponder to finish the first half. But it will be the Sharks holding a 58-22 advantage as the teams head to the locker room. We'll catch a quick break. We'll return for more just before the start of the second half.
James O'Donnell, who is here, and get him to take photos of us as a group with different people as different focus. Right? You, him, me, Jay. So that you can use it in your resumes or whatever you want to do. Yes, we will. I want you, we're going to go do it out there. All right? He will probably stand up here and take a shot. So we'll move shots like Craig and I will be in the front for the first one. And we'll go to the back, put you at the front, then put you at the front, put you at the front, so we'll all be swapping around. No, you don't. You need to be in. Yeah. So the idea is to give focus to the shots so they can use it in their resumes or whatever. Yeah. Just reiterate what I said. I don't think Ella heard. Did you hear what I was saying? Yeah, just be Ella.
Well, welcome back to the Shark Tank here in Sutherland, where it is. Well, welcome back to the Shark Tank here in Sutherland, where it is the home side leaning inner west, 58-22 in this Coles Express NBL 1 East Women's Game of the Week, live on KO Freebies. And Jake Hilton, you've found a little bit in the stats that might give us a bit more to the story.
Yeah, Lockie, there's a few stats that stand out to me. First one's got to be points off turnovers for Sutherland, leading 16-2. And when you got given up, what is it here, 16 turnovers here for Inner West, kind of got to limit that and easy points in transition. The turnovers outside of that, 3-point shooting. Sutherland up at 64%, while Inner West only got one made at 20%.
And that was the one to end the quarter.
Yeah. Big step back three to end the quarter. So biggest lead so far in the game's been 40, which was just before the end of the quarter, a couple possessions before. Outside of that, it's just some poor shooting from Inner West, a couple rush shots, a couple missed layups that you'll hopefully see them improve upon in this second half. And as we get towards the start of the half here, Lauren Nicholson on double-double and triple-double watch.
Definitely.
At this point.
Oh, it's 13 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. But back to your point on turnovers, it's not just the turnovers, it's the type of turnovers. You know, if you throw a ball out of bounds, your defense has a chance to reset.
Yeah, throwing it directly to
throw,
the defender.
Yeah, a player tips it away and gets up court. You know, anything can happen in transition. You know, a turnover is not a turnover is not a turnover. They,
Yeah.
you know, a ball out of bounds or a moving screen is different to a pass across the middle being picked off and a player running 80 feet the other way with the ball.
Yeah, and they gave up way too many of them.
Exactly.
And I'm going to think that Coach Bates would have said at halftime you had 7 turnovers in that quarter, so might want to limit that for Sutherland.
Definitely. You know, 3 in the first quarter, 7, or 2 in the first quarter, 7 in the second. That's not what they want. So back to the action here, and it's Tasman Haynes in the corner. Fires it across to Abby O'Flynn. Now Rachel Kemp, who was good, coming off the bench in the second quarter, and there's Tasman Haynes in the corner, leaves it well short. Even fooled Olivia White there, rebounding, and the Sharks are away in transition. Lauren Nicholson to Emily Garland. It's a bit long. Panousis there to follow up. First points of the quarter go to the Sharks. And here is Kemp Gardner Nicholson. Good little passing to Wright-Ponder. Mid-ranger, will it fall? It hits the rim, and Wright-Ponder grabs the rebound. O-board and basket for the former University of Tampa player. And here's Liv White, fires it into Garland. Great vision from the veteran, great pass. And White loves a bit of contact, but knows when to avoid it. Haynes thinks about the pass, but Kemp can't establish position, so he just fire it across the top to O'Flynn. And here's Ponder for 3. It's short. Maddie Norris with the rebound, puts it on the floor, picks it back up though. Gives it off to Panousis. Here's Nicholson in the corner. Corner 3. It's long. Gets her own miss. And here's Maddie Norris now. And it's long as well. And a third chance for the Sharks. Those long rebounds. And here's Liv White. Can get the reverse layup. Cannot. So the Sharks with 4 opportunities there. Couldn't get any of them. O'Flynn just manages to corral it. Liv White again getting a hand in there. Wright-Ponder. Oh, great pass. Straight to Tasman Haynes. For 3, Gary Turnbull. And here comes Nicholson with the rebound. Fires it across to Norris. It's not there. And that's an early turnover that will rankle with Shelley Bates. And Tasman Haynes falling in. Second chance. Oh, Gary Turnbull thinks about the 3. Probably should have shot it. Worried out of it by an on-rushing Lauren Nicholson. Norris corral it. Almost can. O'Flynn tries to beat the shot clock. It's all a bit frenetic here. Emily Garland. Did she find a pass inside? No. Panousis though. Splits 2 defenders. But Rachel Kemp reaching in, gets the ball. And Tasman Haynes blocked by Nicholson. So a fairly low scoring start to the quarter, Jake.
Yeah, it's quite the opposite of what we've seen for the last couple of quarters. Just a few missed shots, a few turnovers. Maybe lost some rhythm in that halftime break. Should see it come back for both teams.
Kemp now, shot hits the side of the backboard. He's trying to go to work on Garland. Panousis, Nicholson in the opposite corner this time. Buries it! Well, the left corner wasn't working, so she tried the right. And now Turnbull tries to go all the way. O'Flynn to Haynes. Long 2. Short. Is there a rebound? Almost a rebound for O'Flynn. Instead, White gets it, but throws it only as far as Rachel Kemp. O'Flynn to Wright-Ponder. Trying to go to work on White. But White, again, the immovable object. Panousis, 2 defenders on her. Now Haynes by herself. Nicholson comes out for the 3. Oh, somehow that doesn't go in. White off the glass, doesn't get it. Norris with the O-board, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Some early open looks for Lauren Nicholson, which that definitely would have been on the scouting reporters. Don't let her get too many open looks. And we see some substitutions here for...
So definitely tall timber coming in with Perich and Friesen, as well as Yeomans coming in. as Turnbull and Ponder take a seat. I think those offensive rebounds will rankle with Coach Donner. And I think that's why we see Friesen and Perich back into the game. So the Sharks now up 67-24. Great pressure up court, and that will be possession arrow as Panousis and Norris do great work up court, using the corner as an extra defender as well. It's the one place you don't want to get stuck, and the possession arrow will favour the Sharks. Nicholson inbounding to White, and another corner three for Nicholson. This one's long. Parrish the rebound. Bulls trying to get something going here. Haynes, Friesen turns, goes up, and this time does draw a foul on Olivia White. So just maybe that little extra bit of height.
Yeah, makes it a little bit harder for Liv to get all of the jump shot covered there. It's a good foul though.
It is.
They're missing the free throws.
They missed one. So Friesen, she played 8 games and she shot 74% from the line. So expected to make at least one, and she does. And we'll have a sub. Trianta here and Lauren Calver back in. I'm not sure if Liv White was asking if she's coming out or can she come out.
Yeah.
But she has put in quite some work so far today. Nicholson. Straight back to Panousis. Tahira. Nicholson, can she find an option? She does. It's Panousis in the corner this time. And buries the three. Tasman Haynes. Seen it so many times with Bankstown, just getting up court with ease. Tough finish from Friesen, won't go. Calver the rebound. Norris and Tahira now. Oh, thought about it. Instead back to Maddie Norris. Buries the three.
I think that's a bit of a smart decision there from Tahira. Find Norris, who's a sniper today.
She really is. She came out of the locker room at halftime still holding her face from that late knock, but it doesn't seem to be affecting her play too much. Oh, pass into Haynes. Will it go? It won't. Can Yeomans get the rebound? She can't, but it was off Sharks' hands last. So a fresh 14 for the Bulls. Yeomans get an inbound to someone. Eventually it has to go all the way out to Haynes on the perimeter. He fires it into Friesen. Gets great position. Leans back, puts it home off the glass. So just past the midway point of the third quarter, the lead stands at 46. Tahira tries to find Calver, and Haynes gets a hand on the ball, and the Bulls come the other way through Perich, and probably should have gone herself with the left hand, used the glass, instead tried to give it off to O'Flynn.
Yeah, they're the kind of turnovers you wouldn't like as a coach, ones where you should probably be getting a layup out of it and you've thrown it out of bounds.
All right. Panousis turns Haynes one way then the other. Haynes recovers quickly. The pass into Nicholson, and the shot's blocked by Friesen. She'll come the other way. The two tall players on the court for the Bulls try to combine, but it results in a turnover, and Nicholson doesn't even need to get back.
Yeah.
She's already up court. O'Flynn almost has knocked away by Nicholson. Those two knocking away each other's passes for fun today.
Yeah.
And just the ball in general.
And stellar defense.
Out to Haynes. Fires in Yeomans. And
Shot clock violation.
I think Yeomans is saying she got chopped while during the struggle for the ball, but will be a shot clock violation. As we see Georgia Jenner back into the contest for Maddie Norris. To here, and it's O'Connell Shea back into the game defending her. And here's Calver just inside the free throw line. Back iron. O'Connell Shea with the rebound. So that pass somehow off the deflection ends up back with the Bulls. Can O'Flynn find someone? It'll be O'Connell Shea for three. It's off target. And she grabs it again. Here comes Yeomans, and it does everything but go. Just hung there on the rim, had a peek, decided it didn't want to fall. Here's Calver. Shoots long two. It's off target. Nicholson into Jenner. I think Nicholson will call that a pass. I don't know what the statisticians will say.
Don't know if the statisticians will call it a pass. If they do, she's only one away from a triple-double. If they don't, she's two away from a triple-double. So.
And there is a steal, and Calver off to Panousis. Easiest of layups. And so, with the lead out to 50, 2:16 remaining in the third quarter. It's a timeout in a West.
Yep, and the hot shooting continues for Sutherland, and turnovers leading to transition buckets in a West. It continues here with a couple there that I don't think their coach will be quite happy with.
The offensive rebounds would have to be racking up by this stage as well for the Sharks.
Oh, actually closer than you think. It's 14-12.
So both teams are getting O boards. Yes.
Yeah, it's just seeming like Inner West just can't get as many to turn into second chance points as Sutherland can, or if you're Sutherland, you're turning them into third or fourth chance points.
Yes. Well, I mean, at halftime it was 7 second chance points to 0, and
I don't have.
we don't get live numbers for that, unfortunately. But I imagine that the Sharks have continued to put up second chance points. But again, with regards to the turnovers, again we see the type of turnovers they are. They're not dead ball turnovers. They continue to be live ball turnovers. So it will be Bulls possession. Gabby Turnbull bringing it up court. Tasman Haynes thinks about the long three. Geordie Dewhurst is into the game. And just comes off Georgia Jenner's legs last. The 9 on the shot clock. And Calver gets a hand in there, and Dewhurst this time, so the Sharks out and running, can't get the shot to go. Fast charging Bulls defense getting back this time, and Tahiro just walls up in front of Tasman Haynes, finds herself with nowhere to go. Yeomans can't quite get it. Can Calver get the rebound? No, but I think Jenna will. She will. And that'll be possession arrow. Of course, I think Tasman Haynes and Rihanna Tahiro might have played together at Bankstown. I think Tasman was more of a youth league player at that time, but she's been around the senior, what was Waratah Championship and then Waratah 1 team for Bankstown for quite a while as well. As turnover on the inbound, and that will be a foul against Gabby Turnbull as Audra Pasikanis tries to make a way up court, and that'll be 3 fouls on Gabby Turnbull. So Steph Kramer coming in for Haynes, and Hannah Kleinen in for Lauren Calver. Dewhurst fires across to Jenner. She's open for 3. It's off target. Kleinen gets the rebound, thinks about the putback, instead gives it off to Tahiro, who buries the 3. Turnbull now, no Flynn. To Turnbull, and Flynn again. She'll pull up the 3. It's off target. Klein getting a hand in there, and Dewhurst will just manage to corral. No, she won't.
Spoke too soon.
She had it on her fingertips, and just the last touch put it out of bounds. Inside the final minute of the third quarter. Turnbull into O'Connell Shea. It's just long. Jenna the rebound. Tahira firing to Pasikanis. Mid-ranger. Off the backboard. Kleinen the rebound. And it goes. Shirley Bates wants the and one. But we'll have to settle for just the made basket. Kramer. Not much happening inside. Just keep it on the perimeter with Turnbull. Turnbull into O'Connell Shea. Doesn't go. Rebound Kleinen. The Sharks inside the final 10 seconds will have a chance for one shot here. Tahira. Jenna. Last second. That will be after the three-quarter siren. So, shot will not count. Instead, the Sharks will take an 84-27 lead into the final quarter.
Yeah, the Sharks ending the quarter on an 11-0 run. So we will look forward to the fourth.
Heading into the final quarter here at Sutherland, and Jake, those points from turnovers and second chance points continue to stand out.
Yeah, they're wrapping up now, so Sutherland's got 20 points off of the turnovers, the 23 turnovers the Inner West have, and they've got 18 fast break points, which will be from the steals, the 15 steals they've recorded through three quarters. They're going to be going to try and continue that, or maybe they slow down a little and maybe let Inner West get some shots up, but I don't think Coach Bates will want them to do anything like that, so I expect the defense to continue as we start the fourth here.
So also Lauren Nicholson, triple-double watch, well and truly on, but she is off the court at the moment, sitting just one assist shy of a triple-double.
Yeah, and I think Coach Bates might let her take some much-earned rest.
Definitely some big games coming up for the Sharks, including their wildcard game against COE in a couple of weeks. As Norris called for the foul. No, it will be on Jenna. So I think Norris got the clean block, but Jenna committed the foul. So that's off target, and Norris will come the other way. And Kleinen now. Norris thinks about going up against Wright-Ponder. And Kleinen with the mid-range. It's short. Away comes Shona O'Connell Shea. And O'Flynn now. And Wright-Ponder thinks about it. Says no. Says, Abby, you have a go. And it almost goes for Abby O'Flynn. So Geordie Dewhurst coming the other way. Guarded by Stephanie Kramer. Take her on. Looks for an option. Before she can get one, it's another steal. And Shayla Wright-Ponder drops it home. So Dewhurst running point with both Panousis and Nicholson off the court. And again, O'Flynn with a steal. And here comes Turnbull flying up court. And won't go, but she will go to the line for 2.
Not a good start for the quarter for Geordie Dewhurst. Couple of turnovers and foul already. And
yeah, bit of a different lineup we don't see as we saw earlier in the game with Dewhurst, Jenner, and Pasikanis, and then Norris and Klein are both on court as well.
yeah, I think Coach Bates just giving Panousis and Nicholson some rest and maybe experimenting a little as we head towards the final.
And there's an offensive rebound, and Shayla Wright-Ponder enjoying the start to the fourth quarter as the Bulls go on a 6-0 run. Here's Maddie Norris for 3 and buries it.
And puts an end to the 6-0 run.
Certainly does, and I believe it takes Maddie Norris past the 20-point mark. As Wright-Ponder can't get that one to go. Pasikanis coming the other way. She got Dewhurst on her right. She tried to go herself. Instead gives it to Jenner, who does give it to Dewhurst in the end. Basket from very close range. Pasikanis almost lost the handle, kept her composure. And Jenner with the smart pass. Now it's a bit stagnant, but there's Jonah O'Connell-Shea. And Kramer for 3. Short. Rebound Norris. Looking for option. Here it is. Jenner. Will she pull up? No, she'll run into the paint. And that is blocked by Stephanie Kramer. It's going to be a sub for Inner West. As Rachel Kemp comes into the game, and it's going to be Shayla Wright-Ponder coming out. Jenner for 3. It's just off. Norris with the rebound. Can't get it to go. Pasikanis now. Another offensive board for the Sharks. And who will that be off last? It will be off Inner West last. I think Klein tipped it into O'Connell-Shea there. Pasikanis inbound, and there'll be a foul on the Sharks there. So, Hannah Kleinen call for the foul in there. So there'll be Inner West ball coming the other way. Gabby Turnbull needs someone, and eventually Rachel Kemp is wise to the situation and comes back for it. O'Flynn tries to get it into O'Connell-Shea, who fires it back to Turnbull. Great save. Turnbull earns a trip to the line as it looks as though the heavy hitters are about to return for Sutherland. Vanessa Panousis, Lauren Nicholson, and Lauren Calver in for Dewhurst, Pasikanis, and Jenner. And second won't go. So Panousis for Calver. Trying to find someone. It's out to Nicholson. Is this going to be her 10th assist?
Or will it be more points?
Calver to the... Oh! Block! Gabby Turnbull, but
late
no.
foul call.
Late foul call indeed. But it was called nonetheless, so it'll be a trip to the line for Lauren Calver. Free throw shooting an area where Calver would want to improve, shooting sub 50% this season, which is not really, I think she's a better free throw shooter than that. Turnbull takes on Klein into O'Connell-Shea. Rebound, Kleinen. Here comes Panousis into Calver. Back to Nicholson, back to Norris. Into Kleinen. Can't grab a hold of it. Re-grabs it. And the foul's going to be on Abby O'Flynn. Rachel Kemp's cropped either the ball or an arm across the face. As Daphne Friesen re-enters for O'Connell Shea, who's not sure if he was a little proppy on that leg or just a bit gassed after an intense few minutes. Nicholson drives, uses the glass, takes the contact well, drops it home. Turnbull off to O'Flynn, into Friesen, Norris providing the defence. Rebound Calver. There's Nicholson.
And the entire bench is
Norris, oh.
The entire bench is calling for everyone to get down so Lauren has someone to pass to.
Nicholson into Norris. Mid-ranger. It goes!
There we go.
Triple-double. Lauren Nicholson. I believe that is that an even 10 points, and 10 assists and 10 rebounds?
No, she's 11 rebounds.
Ah.
So she's got 20, 11, and 10.
Very nice. Shot from Kemp doesn't go. Hits the ring and falls out of bounds. It'll be Haynes and Yeomans back into the game, placing Gabby Turnbull and Rachel Kemp. Panousis into Norris, back to Panousis, gets all the way. She finds someone. Norris eventually. Here's Calver. And Panousis, she finds an option, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. That's our wonderful producer, Chris, walks by in a coach polo. Big thanks to our massive crew here. Got a 4-camera setup, and it takes a lot of people to get that working. As it looks like Liv White's getting set to check back into the game. As Flynn fires away, well short. Norris for Panousis, and buries it. Sharks now leading 97-34. Panousis just gets a hand in there, but it won't stop Jade Yeomans. As Panousis now for Calver. And that's another bucket. All right. Sharks just side the 100 mark now with still 4 minutes to play. O'Flynn to Haynes, and they're Friesen. Shoots over Kleinen. Thought maybe she might try and back down Kleinen there, and that's a spectacular long-range pass into Nicholson, and transition defense there.
Well, one person
Yeah,
stuck in no man's land on the pass there.
that's better from Friesen taking on Kleinen. I think that's where Friesen needs to use her strength matchup, although as soon as I say that, we see Liv White back into the contest, as is Lauren McCaffrey, who will replace Maddie Norris. So, guard for big, running a bit smaller. Oh, Friesen. Got straight into Calver. Doesn't move. Falls on the spot. Panousis. Shot won't go. Rebound Friesen. That's great vision by Panousis trying to get the steal in there, but eventually it's out to Kramer for throw on the wing and buries it. That's her second of the game, I believe, after that one late in the quarter. And here's Calver again. Turns. Friesen gets a hand in there. Not sure she got the block, but she definitely altered the shot. O'Flynn now. Kramer for three again. And, oh, I thought that was going down. It looked good on the bounce. And Lauren Nicholson says, can we just slow things down a bit?
Yeah. A bit too rushed the last couple.
Oh, it's McCaffrey. Oh, Lauren McCaffrey. Liv White with the O board.
McCaffrey with the O-board.
Will this be Panousis? No, it'll be Nicholson for 3. It's well short. Taz Haynes rebounds it. And bucket for Tasman Haynes. Getting there in close quarters and using the glass really well. Panousis still trying to run things in the half court. You got game situations, may as well use them. As Calver goes to the reverse, blocked by Friesen, but it'll be a foul. And there'll be a sub here. Lauren Nicholson exiting, as well as Vanessa Panousis, as Audra Pasakanis and Emily Garland come back into the game. And I think that's the last we'll see of Nicholson and Panousis.
Yeah.
So we get a quick check on the stats from...
Panousis finishes with 20 points and 7 assists. Nicholson finishes on 22 points, 11 rebounds and 10 assists. Norris, we should probably give her a shout, leading scorer for Sutherland, who checked out just over 2 minutes ago now. 24 and 11 rebounds for her. So a lot of major contributions tonight for Sutherland.
Definitely. Those are, I think, when you think Sutherland, you think those are your big 3.
Yep.
They've all put in, of course, yesterday we saw Panousis and Nicholson drop 33 apiece. And today, all 3 of them have put up good numbers. And led by that triple-double from Lauren Nicholson. Well, between a 33-point game and a 22-point triple-double, she'd be hoping to get the $200 Foot Locker voucher.
Yep.
But we shall see what happens in other games. Lizzie Tonks put up 42 and 21 last night for Canberra, so...
Big performance, that one.
Plenty of great performances in NBL 1 East this week as Emily Garland with possession now. Calver back to Garland. Back to Calver. Not sure Calver was expecting it. As hands in there all over the place, but Friesen gets out. Here comes Abby O'Flynn. Maybe a floater, but she does get it back. And Yeomans can't get the bucket to go. Here comes Pasakanis. Calver gets turned inside out by her own teammate's pass. Manages to get her hands on it, and there'll be a foul in there, surely. I think everyone in the stadium heard the slapping noise of hand on hand. The foul will be on Yeomans. And Georgia Jenner back into the game. In for Calver. Pasakanis catches Friesen in the air and gets it to go. We're heading down into the final minute here. Sharks up 104-42. Liv White called for the foul. Friesen to the line. So a fairly successful weekend for the Sharks.
Yeah, it's been so far with 1 game left to go. So for the women, it's been a very successful weekend.
Women's been very successful. The men falling 81-72 to Manly last night. They'll have a chance for redemption today at 2 p.m. against Inner West. But Sharks women, so 2 wins, so they're up to 12-4. You don't think a top 3 spot is a big chance for them. Top 2 might rely on North to drop a couple of games.
The way Norths are going, I don't think that's going to happen.
Although Norths do play Newcastle twice, which will be interesting. Liv White can't get it to go, and Garland just... As if, if Newcastle win both of those, then suddenly they're in the hunt for a top 3 spot. But if Norths win both of those, I think the top 2 will be very much settled. Will play out over the next few weeks as O'Flynn thinks about pulling up the 3. Does not. She's open now. Gets the pass from Kramer. The 3 is off the mark. And Kramer saves it. Yeomans grabs it, pulls it back in, gets it into Friesen off her knees. And Jenna grabs it, and that will be a possession arrow favouring Inner West. Jenner and Yeomans, no quarter asked, none given.
Shot clock off, so should be the last possession unless NOS want to get a quicker shot up. Or they turn the ball over, as we've seen as a common theme today. And, well, we'll go to the free throw line.
We'll see if Lauren McCaffrey can put a couple of points on the board to end the contest.
Get her first points of the game.
Would be her first points of the weekend, of course. Didn't play yesterday. I mean, perhaps that's what that wry smile was about. I was hoping she'd get the basket and not have to earn them at the line late in the contest. Ah, easy as you like. Second one, doesn't quite go. Freezing grabs the rebound, and the clock will run out, and the siren goes. So, final score here at the Shark Tank. Sharks 105, Inner West Bulls 44, and I think we've got to give our player of the match to Lauren Nicholson.
Yep. Shout out.